Hello everybody, my name is Zojalix. Welcome to a Star Wars The Force Unleashed any percent PS3 Xbox 360 run. I'm going to be recording this run specifically with just the goal of giving a fully commentated run that explains kind of just a little bit of how the game works, especially since recently the game has been absolutely destroyed, and I would just like to give a little bit of an explanation kind of how things work and use these potentially for marathon submission videos. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into the game. One thing to note is this game does run via in-game time. It does, yes, majority for marathons run off of RTA, but this run specifically is primarily timed through in-game time, which isn't a big deal. It just, for leaderboard purposes, in case you guys look at my PB and think, okay, why is his estimate this, but his PB is this? That is for those specific reasons. And that kind of gives a little bit of that. So we play on Apprentice. The reason why we do that is because enemies are weaker, and so overall they're faster and we're stronger, and that just makes the game faster. So that kind of runs that explanation. That explanation is pretty well set there. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so we've got this little bit of a cutscene here. One thing that Force Unleashed does is it masks all of its loading screens into cutscenes. And so once the level is fully loaded, we can skip the cutscene. We are playing this on an Xbox One. We're running the PS3 Xbox 360, but because backwards compatibility, we're able to play on Xbox One, and that significantly reduces load times. So as you can see, we're the most terrifying thing ever, and that is Vader jumping at us, at things. So yeah, the first level is the prologue, and just the way that the prologue works is it is just you move faster as Vader by jumping. Vader primarily just walks through everything, but by jumping, you are able to go faster. And we like to go fast, and so we're just going to be jumping from here out to the end, to the first boss fight. Just kind of trying to cut every single little individual corner that we do. And we're gonna go ahead and just making our way to the first boss fight. Okay, that was real interesting. We're just gonna be breaking the side of that just so that way we can cut that turn as short as possible. That's kind of where a lot of the optimizations comes in for regular any percent for Force Unleashed, is you just do what you can to make things as short as possible, especially just because of how short the run is now. I'll kind of explain a little bit as to how the run was broken here in just a little bit, because we're coming up onto the boss fight, and the boss fight for the run is all the bosses are done with kind of a similar strats in mind, and that is to do what you can to knock the boss on the ground. And the reason why we knock the boss on the ground is because then we can impale them, and that does the maximum amount of damage with our lightsaber. And so it is extremely important that we impale as much as possible. And so our first boss here is Rogue Jedi. There's a short little cutscene of where he's just like, Dark Lord, and we really don't care about that too much. So the way that we make this fight go faster than some others is right away we're going to just pick him up and drop him. And then we're going to go up and fail at stabbing him. So we're going to pick him up, throw our lightsaber. That will do a little bit of extra damage to him. And then at certain health thresholds, he will pick up and throw these TIE fighters at us. Sometimes they'll hit us, sometimes they won't. There isn't really a rhyme or reason to it. But we just gotta wait for him now to throw this last thing, and then we're gonna enter into the quick time event, and that's the end of the fight. So now I'm going to start explaining the mission skip glitch that we are going to be using here in just a little bit. So another runner by the name of Pestilus discovered this accidentally while doing runs. He was in the grip tutorial and his control stick was being super weird. And so he just started mashing down on his control stick. And when he was mashing down on his control stick, he noticed that he was in a cutscene for a level that he wasn't supposed to be in which through further testing we realized, as we're going to see right here, we're going to mash through this here. We're going to go here into mission select. We're going to select the next mission. And by, oh, no, that's too early. And by mashing down, we've now skipped all but one level. Well, we have one more level we have to skip. I wasn't mashing fast enough. And this is kind of one of the unfortunate ones to mess up because we now have to sit and wait through this longer cutscene. But because we're doing Xbox One versus Xbox 360, this cutscene is significantly shorter. And now we have skipped to the very last level of the game, the Death Star. So we are 5 minutes into the run, and we are on the last level of the game.
The Emperor's enemies are still scared. I am just now...
So now that we're here, the run gets a lot more dangerous because we're technically still level 1. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Come on. We could die here. Okay, we're gonna... There we go. No. Okay. Come on, get me through the thing, please. Oh my gosh, am I gonna actually die? I cannot. Okay, there we go. Whew. That's never happened like that before. That typically doesn't go that rough.
I'm inside.
Alright, so now we're Starkiller, the main character of the game, and our movement that we are going to be using throughout this is our Force Dash. It's the fastest form of movement, and so it's important that we utilize it as much as we can. So our health here too is extremely low. It's a little janky. Thankfully, we have a little bit of like a backup coming up. Well, not really a backup. It is something that we had to route in. So we're going to go off to the side here. And we're going to come over here. We're going to pick up this health drain aura. So that way all of these enemies are going to be... We're going to be progressively draining their health while we lift up this door. And then we're just going to pop into here. And we're going to start making our way through the rest of the level. So we're going to try and make our way over. So we got this laser array coming up. And this is where we'll get to use a little bit of our momentum glitches. I'll kind of... Oh, great. I got that glitch. Alright, we're going to try and back this up with momentum glitches. Because this is a weird glitch. Oh, never mind. So yeah, that glitch can happen. Sometimes those conductors just decide we're gonna just stop. We're just gonna break. And there's really nothing you can do about it, unfortunately. So we just gotta come over here and just re-enter the cutscene. But now we can go ahead and I can show off our momentum glitches. We're going to be running over here, maybe, or not. Wow. Wow.
You're in an amplification chamber.
Okay, we're gonna try this again.
This will intensify the beam as it passes through the area. This station's laser. It's more powerful than anything the Empire.
So we're gonna swing over here. We're gonna set ourselves right here, and we're gonna go to jump. If we pause the game and enter this menu on the exact frame that the animation starts, well, you'll be able to see what happens. We're just gonna whee. Oh. Okay, that was scary. All right, so we're gonna actually do this to get us into position while we wait for the cycle. Because if we go up, we will most certainly die. Alright, so we jump, pause on the first frame of our animation, go into our force upgrade menu. Oh, I think I did it just a wee bit too early there. So we're gonna try this again. I'm gonna go up. Here we go. And now we're through the laser array.
Juno, where am I?
Some sort of convergence array. According to my schematic.
Alright, so now we have sort of a mini boss fight. We have to get up to our mini boss fight here. And I'm going to do a little bit of a different strat than normal. We're going to be doing is with momentum glitches, because momentum glitches are amazing. It's kind of a fun glitch, kind of a fun train of levitations that we do here.
The schematics show a series of
They're super, super precise. So we will see how well this goes. So we're going to start off with a little bit on the early side. That looked a little bit on the late side, but we're going to go for it and see what happens. Go up. There we go. Double jump up here. Alright, so we need to get up to there. And this is where things are going to get real funky. So I'm going to go up. That was way too late. Oh, they didn't even jump there. So we're going to levitate up once. Levitate up twice. Which I actually realized I was going for the wrong spot. So we're going to have to try this again. My apologies. So we need to go for like right up there. Oh no! Okay. Back up just a smidge. Ooh, I don't like the look of this one. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're going to come over here to this corner. We're going to do our inf. We're going to do so. Our momentum glitches can be used in both jumping and in forced dashing. So by going into our force upgrade menu, we can actually chain. So as you've noticed, we can chain our momentum glitches together. Which that one actually didn't need to be chained. Wow, that was a really good one. So yeah, by using momentum glitches, we are now here at the boss fight. That was extraordinarily slow. I apologize. Alright, so for this mini-boss, we're going to come over here, grab another health drain aura. This is going to progressively drain the health of every single enemy that we're fighting. And so while we're draining health, we're going to be focusing on the main Shadow Guard. Except sometimes those Imperial Royal Guards can be a huge pain. Okay. And so while we are attempting to focus on this Shadow Guard, there we go. Alright, now we're actually going to do an upgrade. And we're only going to get one upgrade. I'm going to go over to our Force Talents, and we're going to pick up Saber Mastery. That is going to increase the amount of damage that we are going to be doing with our lightsaber. And now we've entered into the start of the final phase of boss fights. And so now we're here with Darth Vader. Now, Darth Vader does not get picked up that easily. So we're actually going to try and bait out that specific attack, wait for a second, and try and get some damage off. If we get lucky, and while we're waiting for that, while we're trying to bait that attack, we actually want to get a saber lock here. And the reason we do that is because he's going to pick us up, we force push him, and he's immediately on the ground. That will allow us, that is the only way that I can securely say that he will get on the ground. Ooh. There we go. Okay, we got attacks off. That's good. So that's the end of the first Vader phase. We have one more Vader phase for like Vader 1, and then this is where the bid war. So at the end of this phase of the fight is where the bid war will come to a close. So as you can see, we just force gripped that, chucked it right into Vader, and then just started beating the tar out of him. And then we're just going to be over here ready for him to come on at the start of the next phase. See, in this phase of Vader is extremely annoying. As you can see, there's not really too much we can do. We just kind of have to hope and pray that we can get hits on him. So, Vader, unfortunately, like, while this run has become a lot shorter, it unfortunately becomes a lot more dependent on if Vader will behave or not, and he really doesn't like to do it. But that is the end of the second Vader fight. And now our fabled bid war will come to an end. And I'm going to be doing what is the faster ending, which is dark side ending. And it's just picking up Vader. We're going to go and fight Vader again, even though, because we're just angry. And it's essentially just the same for what we've been doing. This Vader is a lot well, I won't say a lot more easily gripped, because as you can see, it's just not happening. Okay. Okay, I needed that impale, but we didn't get it. But the run is almost over. There we go. Alright, so now we're in the last QTE, so time will be coming up here in just a little bit. Now, I'm not going to worry about showing the in-game time because I mean, I will show it at the end of the cutscene, but obviously you'll be donating for specific things. Alright, so time is coming up here, and time. So yeah, that was Star Wars The Force Unleashed any percent. The game is extremely broken. And so yeah, shoutouts to, so just some specific shoutouts for this run. Shoutouts to Pestilist for finding this glitch. He destroyed the game. If you guys don't know who Pestilist is, he ran Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep at AGDQ 2020. And he's known for breaking games. He's rerouted Birth by Sleep a lot. And he was the one who discovered this glitch. Shoutouts to Hotshot Wire for making it repeatable and coming up with a kind of a tutorial for how to make it work. He helped to make this super easy, and just making it really easy for anybody to just know how to just pick up. And like, this game is now a lot easier for people to just pick up and run.
You have betrayed your master and your allies. I knew that you would betray me as well. And now you have doomed yourself and your friends.
And then shoutouts to Lifelike. Lifelike has been a huge pusher of this game. He's been the longest runner of this game for quite a while. And he's really pushed this game extremely far. He's just overall, he's a really excellent runner. And so yeah, shoutouts to him, and then shoutouts to the Midwest, the rest of the Force Unleashed community. You guys are awesome. Shoutouts to the Midwest Speedfest community, because you guys are my homies. Shoutouts to the Lord of the Rings community, because they're where I kind of really started. Shoutouts to Rogue Nation, because you're my team and I love you guys. So yeah, this was Star Wars The Force Unleashed. I hope you guys really enjoyed the run. A solid estimate for this is 25 minutes. That's just a comfortable estimate that I feel like anybody could really be able to just achieve, even on their first run. You could be able to get a sub 25. We'll check the IGT. Yeah, 1444. My IGT PB is 1135. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. And I hope that this could potentially be seen in a marathon at some point.